Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Functional Friday. My name is Dr. Kirk here at Premier Chiropractic, and today we're going to be talking about concussions. Now, it's a hot topic right now with like the NFL, with a lot of different sports, and what we're going to hone in on today is not kind of the typical talk about concussions, which is obviously a huge deal, which is the brain injury aspect. If you have a concussion, it's always recommended to see a healthcare practitioner after that. Now, what we're going to talk about today is some of the effects after a concussion that you can have on things like your neck and your upper back, okay? So, most of the time with a concussion, it's due to some type of trauma, okay? So you got injured in a sport, a car accident, something of that nature, and with that impact that happens, you can have some soft tissue injury in your cervical spine, okay? And this is actually being supported by a lot of research right now, which we actually uploaded on our Facebook page earlier this week, okay? Now, the first thing that we look at in terms of like a rehabilitation perspective from someone having some trauma to their cervical spine and having concussion type symptoms is how are their joints moving in their spine, okay? So following trauma, you can have joints that get some scar tissue buildup, or they just get locked up and they stop moving properly. So all your joints should be sharing movement properly, okay? So it kind of looks like that. Now, what can happen is some joints can get locked up. So let's pretend knees here are locked up. So now when you go to turn your head, you're just lacking this movement here. Now your body's going to compensate around that, and it's going to find a way to accomplish that movement, but we want to make sure that all these joints can share the movement as much as possible. It just helps you to function better, okay? Another aspect of this is some soft tissue or muscle pathology that can happen from that type of thing. So usually what happens is you get some type of soft tissue injury in maybe your upper traps, maybe kind of the muscles in the back of the neck. There's a lot of different ones that can be injured depending on your injury mechanism. But one muscle, or two muscles I should say, that often get inhibited or they stop firing after an injury such as this is called your deep neck flexor. So those are your muscles that sit kind of right in the front of your spine right here. They have a balance between the muscles in the back of your spine, and it's kind of an unfair fight because these are two really small muscles in front, and then you have some big hulking muscles in the back that are really winning that battle the majority of the time. So it's important for us from a rehab perspective to start activating these muscles kind of in the front of your neck here to bring you into better posture and to help your movement overall and help your rehab process. Now, a lot of times with post-concussion symptoms like headaches and stuff like that, a lot of times it's actually due to some stuff happening in the cervical spine. So if you've had a concussion, if your child has had a concussion, if you know of anyone who has had a concussion, I highly recommend they get their cervical spine checked out by a qualified healthcare practitioner that's going to look at more than just kind of the area of pain, which is obviously up in the brain, but they're also going to look kind of down the kinetic chain, make sure you heal up properly, and get back to doing what you love. Okay, so I want to thank everyone for tuning in. If you haven't already checked out our Facebook page, Premier Chiropractic here in Minot, North Dakota. If you haven't already checked out our website, premierchiropracticnd.com. And as always, if you have a problem, if you have a concussion especially, make sure to stop into the clinic now before it becomes a bigger problem later on. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Have a great day.